with the sun, a simple man. Hands in the soil, he did what he can. On Main Street where the flowers would bloom, his garden was the world he consumed. With children at play and a wife by his side, he tilled the earth with humble pride. Neighbors would wave and friends would come by, but his heart was the earth, the sun and the sky. A steady man, not seeking the fame, content in the quiet, he kept his name. Rows of tomatoes and roses so sweet, his life was the garden, a place to retreat. He grew what he loved, with patience and care, every leaf a treasure, every flower rare. Through seasons he toiled, through joy and through strife. The garden was his heart, it was his life. But one day he wandered far from the gate, into the woods. The hour was late, the trees grew thick, the light turned dim. The familiar world felt so far, so grim. No more rows to sow, no soil to turn, just shadows and silence and branches that burn. He looked at the forest, so vast and so deep, and thought of the life he chose to keep. Oh, Mr. George, where did you go? From the gardens of Main Street to the forest below. You lived a good life, a simple man, but sometimes the heart longs for a different plan. Oh, Mr. George, what do you see? Is the forest a dream or a mystery? You had the sun, you had the light, but did you ever wonder what lay out of sight? The thought of the summers, the laughter, the cheer, the quiet of home, the life so near. His hands were content, his heart was full, but the forest whispered a longing pull. What if he ventured? What if he flown? What if he walked where the wild winds had blown? His gardens had given him all he had known, but in the forest he stood all alone. Was it too late to seek out the vast unknown? Was he bound by the seeds he'd so carefully sown? The life he had chosen, so soft, so sweet, but the forest had depth he could never complete. He wished he'd walked farther, he wished he'd gone wide, to chase something more, to open his mind. But now he was here, a wanderer so small, in a forest that towered and swallowed it all. If he'd only known the silence he'd find, the echo of longing, the forest unkind. But his garden was comfort, it nurtured his soul, it never demanded, it made him whole. So now in the twilight he stood in regret, wishing for something that he couldn't forget. The life of a gardener, the life he had built, but now he could see the weight of his guilt. Oh, Mr. George, where did you go? From the gardens of Main Street to the forest below. You lived a good life, a simple man, but sometimes the heart longs for a different plan. Oh, Mr. George, what do you see? Is the forest a dream or a mystery? Oh, Mr. George, what do you see?